Hello and welcome to 4i Audio AI Morning Mix. I am Raina. Today is Wednesday, January 28, 2026. Quick roadmap. We'll cover big commercial moves from Anthropic and OpenAI, a potential massive SoftBank infusion, new tools from OpenAI and Microsoft, NVIDIA chip approvals in China, plus a 16Z news and an earnings lens on the whole sector. Jesse is here to unpack it. Let's get into it.
Morning, Raina. Ready to dig in. Quick promise, short beats, one clear takeaway per story when it matters, and a speed round at the end for the rest.
Headline 1. Anthropic sharply raised its near-term revenue forecast. Jesse, who reported this and when?
The Information reported, and Reuters summarized, on January 27th, that Anthropic has dramatically increased its 2026 revenue forecast, projecting sales could quadruple this year to as much as $18 billion, and reach roughly $55 billion the following year. Reuters noted it could not independently verify the figures.
Quick context. What's driving those numbers, and should listeners take them at face value?
Quick context. Anthropic's Claude lineup has seen strong enterprise uptake, and the bump reflects faster commercial deals and larger deployments. Caveat, these are internal projections leaked to reporters. They signal confidence and aggressive pricing, but independent verification is missing.
One sentence takeaway?
Takeaway. Whether or not the exact numbers hold, the jump underscores intensifying enterprise competition and mounting demand for commercial LLM services.
Next up, big capital rumors around OpenAI. Report and date, Jesse?
The Financial Times and Reuters reported on January 27th that SoftBank is in talks to invest up to $30 billion more into OpenAI, part of a broader funding push that could total up to $100 billion for the company. The discussions are reported but unconfirmed by the parties.
Why does an additional SoftBank chunk matter beyond the headline number?
It matters because a follow-on of this size would further concentrate private capital behind one platform, shaping partner ecosystems, talent flows, and startup funding dynamics, basically widening the moat for large, platform-scale suppliers.
One quick takeaway?
Takeaway, big strategic capital changes, competitive dynamics, as much as balance sheets. Watch partner programs and exclusive integrations next.
Product news. OpenAI launched Prism. Source and date, please.
OpenAI wrote on January 27th that it introduced Prism, a free cloud LaTeX-native workspace embedding GPT 5.2 to help researchers draft and revise papers, manage citations, compile equations, and collaborate in real time. Prism is available today to anyone with a ChatGPT personal account, with paid and organizational features coming later.
Quick context. Who is Prism for, and how does it change workflows?
Prism targets researchers, academics, and technical writers who depend on LaTeX. By integrating advanced reasoning and compilation directly into the editor, it reduces friction between drafting math, citations, and generated prose, so iterations are faster, and citation management is easier.
One sentence takeaway.
Takeaway. Prism makes a strategic play to own scientific workflows, which could accelerate model-driven research authoring and citation-aware drafting at scale.
Microsoft update next. Agent mode in Excel is rolling out. Tell us the details and the source.
Microsoft announced in its Excel update on January 27th that agent mode in Microsoft 365 Copilot is now generally available for Excel on Windows and is rolling out to Excel on Mac. The update also included developer and extensibility improvements, like a pay-as-you-go retrieval API preview for developers.
Practical example, what can agent mode do inside a spreadsheet?
Agent mode spins up task-oriented Copilot agents that automate multi-step workflows, pull context directly from the workbook, and generate contextual answers, so things like automated reconciliation, model runs, or tailored summaries become simpler and more repeatable.
One quick takeaway?
Takeaway. Embedding agents in spreadsheets accelerates real work. Expect faster adoption inside finance, operations, and analytics teams that already live in Excel.
Hardware headline. NVIDIA H200 chip approvals in China. Source and date?
Reuters reported on January 27th and January 28th that Chinese authorities approved the first batch of imports of NVIDIA H200 AI chips, allocating several 100,000 units, primarily to major internet companies. The approvals came during NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang's visit to China.
Why is that allocation significant for the global AI supply chain?
This clears a major bottleneck and means big cloud and internet players in China can scale advanced model training and inference with H200 capacity. It's an important signal that selected high-end exports are flowing again, changing capacity planning and procurement timelines.
One sentence takeaway?
Takeaway: increased H200 availability should ease some short-term capacity constraints and reshape where large models get trained and hosted.
Startup funding, A16Z launched Speedrun SR006, source and dates?
Andreessen Horowitz announced on January 26th that its Speedrun accelerator opened the SR006 cohort, running from January 26th to April 12th, and continues offering investments of up to $1 million per startup, typically $500,000 upfront via a SAFE with a follow-on $500,000.
Quick context. What kinds of startups does Speedrun target?
Speedrun targets pre-seed and seed startups with a focus on AI and adjacent technologies, helping fast experiments, go-to-market, and early product-market fit with capital and network support.
One sentence takeaway?
Takeaway: keep an eye on Speedrun graduates. This program is a consistent early channel for A16Z to shape which categories get momentum and which founders get follow-on dollars.
Market lens. Reuters wrote about big tech earnings week testing the AI spending story. What did they say and when?
Reuters reported on January 27th that Microsoft and Meta would kick off a crucial round of big tech earnings the week of January 27th, with investors focused on whether heavy AI investments are producing revenue growth. The piece highlighted scrutiny around AI capital spending, Azure capacity, and how Alphabet's momentum is shifting expectations.
Why should listeners outside finance care about these earnings?
Earnings reveal whether AI investments are converting into customer revenue and capacity. That drives vendor purchasing, data center orders, and startup interest. So it's a real-time check on commercial maturity.
One sentence takeaway?
Takeaway: listen for durable revenue commentary, not just one-time deals. Those comments will shape AI budget cycles across the industry.
Speed round item: AWS G7e EC2 instances with NVIDIA RTX Pro 6000 Blackwell GPUs.
AWS wrote on January 26th that G7e instances are now generally available, powered by NVIDIA RTX Pro 6000 Blackwell Server Edition GPUs, offering up to about 2.3 times inference performance versus prior G6e instances, and targeting generative inference and graphics workloads.
Speed round item: the Sundance documentary featuring Sam Altman.
The Guardian reported on January 27th that a documentary titled The AI Doc premiered at Sundance with new interviews from Sam Altman and others discussing AI's risks and the need for governance. The film is slated for a wider release in March.
Speed round item: Moonshot upgrades its Kimi omni model ahead of DeepSeek.
Bloomberg reported on January 27th that Alibaba-backed Moonshot upgraded its Kimi model to ingest and reason over text, images, and video in one prompt, an omni capability, intensifying China's domestic model competition ahead of DeepSeek's expected rollout.
Speed round item: Snowflake launches energy solutions and partners on AI datasets.
Argus Media reported on January 27th that Snowflake unveiled energy solutions and integrations, including Argus, to provide AI-ready energy and commodity datasets inside its AI data cloud for utilities and commodity analytics.
Speed round item: U.S. futures and chip stocks rise ahead of earnings and the Fed decision.
Reuters wrote on January 28th that U.S. futures ticked up and chip stocks climbed as markets prepared for major tech earnings and a Federal Reserve policy decision, with investors watching AI guidance and chip order flows closely.
Speed round item: Andrej Karpathy updates his view on agent-based coding.
The Decoder summarized posts on January 26th and January 27th, where Andrej Karpathy reversed earlier skepticism, saying agentic LLMs now handle roughly 80% of his coding work, while noting risks like conceptual errors and skill atrophy.
Quick recap: Anthropic's big forecast, potential SoftBank capital for OpenAI, OpenAI's Prism for researchers, Microsoft putting agents into Excel, NVIDIA H200 approvals in China, A16Z Speedrun SR006, and earnings week scrutiny. Jesse, one last quick takeaway to tie this together?
Big picture: capital and product moves are aligning. More funding, more embedded AI in workflows, and more hardware capacity. That trio accelerates commercial adoption and raises the bar for integration, reliability, and governance.
If you found this useful, share it with a friend or coworker who wants a crisp AI morning update. We publish daily. Tell someone who needs to keep up. Thanks for listening. I'm Raina.
And I'm Jesse. Catch you tomorrow for the next mix.